Hello again, aspiring coders. Welcome back to JavaScript for Beginners. In this episode, we will learn about operators, control structures, and functions. So let's dive right in. First, let's set up the environment. As we have used Chrome console in the previous episode, today we are going to be using directly inside the VS Code. So in order to do that, we will install an extension called Live Server. For that, head over to the extensions tab and then search for Live Server. As you can see, I have already installed it. You just have to press install over here. There's a button. There will be a button over here. Once that's installed, let's open the folder where you want to develop. So I will open my folder as desktop and then head over there and then select the folder. So once you have that, we will create an index.html file. I already have one. I will delete it and then I will create an index.html file over here. Then just press the exclamation mark. It will give you emit abbreviation, which is inbuilt by VS Code itself. So you just press enter, which will give you an HTML boilerplate. So I will rename the title to my first JavaScript code, and then I will give an h1 tag saying that hello world. So once you save it, you can open that in the Chrome browser. So for that, I will head over to my desktop and then I will double click on index.html. So this will open my hello world application. The problem with this approach is that whenever you make a change, you have to go again to the browser and then refresh again, right? So this is not feasible all the time. So as a next step, what we will do is we already have live server installed over here. So this is the live server. So you just press on, click to run live server over here, which will automatically start in a port and then it will automatically open in the browser itself. So let's say you have made a change and then press saved, it will automatically refresh for you. So now that the environment is set up, let's dive into the concepts of operators, functions, and control structures. So to write a JavaScript code, we will have to create a script tag inside the body. So we will create a script tab and then just to see if it's working or not, we will just put console.log hello and then you save. Let's check if it's working or not. So for the same way, click on inspect. It will open up the console. For the sake of viewability, I will put it into the bottom part of the Chrome. And I will increase the width and then go to console. As you can see, it's already there. So that part is working. So now the next step will be learning about the operators. So in JavaScript, we have several types of operators, including arithmetic, assignment, comparison. Excuse me. So basically, we have arithmetic, assignment, comparison, logical, and others. So some of the example can be, let's say, let a equal to 10, and then let b equal to 20. So this particular equal operator, we can call it as assignment operator. We are basically assigning a value of 20 to b. Now, if you go ahead and try like simple basic arithmetic operations, console.log a plus b, it will give you some answer. And then if you do a minus b, and then you can also do a divided by b, and then you can also do a star b. So as you can see, the value we are getting is like a plus b is 30, correct, and then a minus b is 10, 10 by 20 is 0.5, and then 10 into 20 is 200. So these are the arithmetic operations that we have at hand in JavaScript. So that's as simple as to explain how the arithmetic operators work. Now let's move on to the control structures. control structures help us control the flow of our program. The most basic control structure is if condition. So let's say we have a equal to 10, right? So we will create another variable called let number equal to 5. And then we can write a simple if statement as if opening bracket number greater than 0, then print. For now we will console.log I am a positive number, right? If not, in the else part, I will say console.log I am not a positive number. So as you can see, this code executed and we are getting I am a positive number. Let's say we change the value to -1. So we are getting I am not a positive number, right? So that's the most basic control structure as we have. There are so many other control structures such as switch and then some other things are there. We will go into detail of each of them in the advanced JavaScript classes. Now let's discuss functions. What are functions? So these are just basic concepts. I'm just like swimming through it. Later on, we will use all of these in detail. So functions are reusable blocks of code that perform a particular task. So a simple example of function that adds two numbers, we can create it here itself. So let's say function add, and then we will accept two values, a and then b. Let's name it like that for now. And then what we will do is return a plus b. So what it does is it will take two parameters and then add those parameters and then return it back. So how can we do that? How can we call that function? Let's do let sum equal to add 10 comma 30. Now the value of sum will be the output of the add function. So if you save, as you can see, we are getting the correct value. So instead of like writing changing the value of a every time, we can directly change the value over here if you just put it in a function. So even if you do 200 and then 30, you will get 230 and so on and so forth. So functions are like basically you can reuse as much as you want. So most of the time, developers will probably write lots of functions to make their code much more like smaller blocks. So that's what we call in our world as modularized programming. So each module will have like a function that will do some certain task and then like return back. That's it. So that's all for today's episode. In the next episode, we will explore arrays, loops, and how to manipulate HTML elements using JavaScript. If you have any questions or if something is not clear, please leave a comment below and I will do my best to answer. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss our next episodes. Happy coding and see you next time.